Hey guys, and welcome back to the first live comm in the English Premier League for the Truro City Football Club. We are at the end of August, getting close to the end of the transfer window. You've seen the club. We've played 2 matches in the Premier League. We've got 1 point, 16th place, hanging in on a -1 goal differential. Third round of the Capital One Cup, so things are going smoothly. And as you can see, we're 7 million up on where we were. So fingers crossed this means maybe some cash in the January transfer window. Let's take a quick jump in here and trying to see, since you saw the preview episode, we played a 4-3 loss at QPR. This one started out weird. They scored in the first minute, and that was a really depressing way to open up our Premier League campaign. We scored right back, and that was exciting. And then we gave one up, and that kind of hurt. And then we gave another one up, and another one up, and that was really, really goddamn depressing. And then in the second half, we started putting a few in, and we got close. So it was a little encouraging at the end of the day. We then came home to Bricklin Park, and 2 red cards, a $37,000 fine for yellow cards in the game for us, an injury, unfortunately, to Timmy Dupont for a little while, but we clawed our first Premier League point off of Liverpool at Bricklin Park, which was pretty awesome. We then stayed at home and did the solid professional job against Swindon to get into the third round against Swansea. We're going to play them back-to-back in the third round of the Capital One Cup and then in our league home game against them. But we are on the road at Selhurst Park for a game against Crystal Palace. This one's going to be a tough one. They're down here in the zone, so a gritty and gutsy performance here to get us some points would be excellent. As you can see from the table, fellow promotees West Ham United are hanging around down. They've got 1 win. Who else came up with us? West Brom, they're in there. So, or they were still with us. If they didn't come up with us, who else? Oh, Everton. Everton's got 1 point. The Arsenal down here on 2 points. So, on 2 draws. So, kind of a wonky start, but in places for some clubs. But we're hanging in. Hopefully we can pull something out of this match on the road. Terms of what's going on, we've got 2 goals apiece from Luke James and Jake Parry overall so far. Luke and Jake are our assist men as well. And then Jake, Simon Ray, Dan Nichols up there. Bora Puig having a good one. Angelo getting himself into gear. Dorian Michael getting into gear. Dupont, unfortunately, hasn't really done a whole lot yet. So we're starting to get things into gear a little bit here. I'm probably going to use some of the money I've got to start going out on dirt cheap regen hunting to try and stick some guys into the academy. As we get money, we'll start trying to pour money into that to try and do something, at least from our training facilities, and then bring the youth facilities along, but try and get something going on underneath us. In terms of players coming in, having to continuously try and keep rebuilding the team is going to get a little rough in there. So the squad we are going to go out with, we've got Lynch, Mariaco, Vezo, and Turner in the back. We've got Michael, Puig, Ray, and Nichols in the midfield, and then James and Parry up top. Connor Livingston is actually back. I'm going to let him sit, though, for this one because I want him to understand my disappointment. Boré and Dupont on the bench. We got wailed on in injuries so far in the Premier League. This is a much more physical league than I gave it credit for in FM, which is a little challenging to deal with. But I think this is a decent lineup and gives us a good shot for a decent result. You know what? Let's put him in. We're going to put Livingston in instead of Turner. Yeah, I don't want to go in the relegation zone. We're going to attempt to pick up some points here. Morale is actually not bad, all things considered, which is always the sort of never-ending fight in this game, is if you can keep morale up, you tend to stand a chance to be competitive in games, to get those lucky those sort of wonky, lucky goals and things like that. So I'm going to do everything I can to try and keep that up as best I can. We are a very young side too, so I'm perfectly willing to acknowledge that on some level, experience is going to be a thing that's going to do us some damage. So having a few more experienced guys, maybe picking up a few bucks to help in that winter transfer window. If we can kind of start accumulating some experience, guys will start to play better, break out of that, kick ass for the championship and get into the good for the Premier League level. We can start to kind of, develop a little bit and maybe shake up and make a little noise in the second half of the season. But until then, we're going to try and claw points away every which way we can. Obviously, this is with Crystal Palace in 19th here. This is clearly an important game for us, even if we pick up a point to just keep that gap maintained. A win is obviously hugely important. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay. A win and 3 points on the road is obviously insanely important because we're not going to be that good on the road. So any points I think we pick up on away from home is just going to be icing on any cake. So one is, a draw today would be fantastic. We're moving the ball well. We don't look, we do. Wow, Luke James putting us in front on the road, 1-0. We don't look like we're getting played off the park, which so far, now admittedly we've only played a couple of games. I think the 1-1 against Liverpool was credible. QPR, we came back. You can say, okay, fine, maybe that was the first game jitters. Wow, that's a really angry crowd. But I think we haven't been run off. We're not getting beat 4-1, 5-1, 6-1. Although I thought, we went down 4-1 to QPR very early. I thought that was going to be that was going to be it. We were due in for an absolute smashing all season long. But we've managed to temper it. I was really happy. I thought Liverpool would be a much harder test. Picking up a point at home, I thought was a really good show. We managed to keep things together. We stayed tight. I tweaked the formation a little bit for home and got a little bit more aggressive. We stacked the midfield and went more towards a 4-3-3 type formation and played away from our 4-4-2 here. I think the 4-4-2 is more solid for the road. We can. I figured we were going to get smashed anyway, so it was worth the shot. So it's nice that, nice little move there. That was stupid. So it's nice to see that we have a little bit of flexibility in how we play. That's no good. That's no good. It's only a yellow card. It's better than it could have been. So I don't know what we're going to do with it. I don't, probably nothing. But at least it lets me know that the second tactic and that 4-3-3 isn't useless, and we can get a result out of it. So that may be something we do more at home, is to try and boss the midfield a little bit more. Now, admittedly, it requires DuPont to be healthy in order to have enough skill and talent in the midfield for me to be comfortable playing it. I won't put Eunice into a situation like that. I just don't think he's good enough to do it. That's going to make me nervous all game. That's another red card in the waiting. I don't think Eunice is good enough to pull this off. I need a Ray Puig DuPont midfield to really pull that 3 midfield off in there. But it seemed to work relatively well in that game. We did control quite a bit of what was going on. Christ almighty, if I got to pay 37 grand every damn game here, this is going to get old fast. Cross comes in, goal. Nice crap miss from them. Sheet. We're going to sub him. We're going to give him the old. see if we can't spice them up here. See if we can't spice them up to go out and do this, because this would be, 3 points here would be an enormous, enormous deal for us. Our first Premier League win would be just short of out of control. Puig puts it on frame, but shoot. Shoot. Well, I think we're going to do that, and then we're going to wait and see how this develops a little bit here. I'm just very wary of picking up a card. We're playing in a different level, at a different, it's a different division. It's a very different level. We don't have a lot of experience in dealing with it. Guys, shit. Guys definitely, they do call the games differently. Okay, well, we're back down to 16th. Obviously not attractive here, but that was quite the tackle to nobody. I got a hand on it, but okay, well, okay, parry over the top. This has got promise. Ooh, deflections. I mean, we're dangerous. We're clearly dangerous. We're not grossly misplaced. We've put together a decent enough team that we're not grossly misplaced here. But I mean, we're forcing them. We force them back, a bit on the back foot, so we can control the midfield a little better. But no. Stressful. That's what this is. Stressful. Oh, we gave him a sitting. We are so vulnerable on set pieces. I'm just trying to bed the tactic in with some of the new players enough that I can start focusing on set piece defense, because Jesus, we're awful at it. I mean, just awful. I feel vulnerable. Two of the QPR goals were set pieces, so I feel just horrendously vulnerable to them every damn time they happen. Stop it. No. Whew. Safely in Ingram's hands. We'll substitute Blackett in for Lynch, and then do the passionate encouragement here. Like I said, a point on the road at Selhurst Park. I mean, this is a difficult place to play. So I'm not going to go and say, oh, gee, I thought this was a horrible effort here if we managed to pull a point out at Selhurst. We've been in the game the whole time. We're putting shots in. We're not, okay, fine. We're not, lighting the world on fire here. This is not a Champions League winning team, but we've given a good accounting of ourselves. So I have no embarrassment on that. Oh, good. Grealish is off. I hate those. Get that out of there. No. Get that out. We may start thinking about closing up shop. Okay. Nedelev is out there. Oh, Parry pulls it down. Oh my God. Jack Parry pulls it off. 72nd minute. We are up 2-1 on the road at Selhurst Park. This is what we're looking for here. Oh, that was a nice look. That was just, he gets in, gets behind, slots it home coolly. That's why we paid what we paid for him. Okay, shit. Hold on, sorry about that. We are going to shut down shop here because I'm not in the mood. I want the points. I want the points. That's what I'm in the mood for. That's what we need here. We want 3 points. Keep the encouragement up. Let's go, guys. I think I've talked to my team more in this game than I have in the entire time I've played FM16. Certainly more in this series. We have certainly talked to them more in this game than we have the entire damn series. Okay, get it out there. Good. Get it out. Oh, just missed securing the win. Just missed. Come on, guys. Calm and smart. Calm and smart. Come on, dudes. Oh, Parry just can't take advantage of the open net. You know, we almost look more dangerous. I gotta say, we almost look more dangerous here in contain. We've put more shots on the board. How the hell did that happen? It actually took a shot away from us. Whoa, don't be stupid. Do not be stupid, sir. Do not be stupid. I'm going to say, we actually look better playing on contain. We have really nice, crisp 1-2 passing. We're finding good open spaces. I'm almost happier the way we're playing like this. Come on, shut it down. Shut it down. Longest 30 seconds of my life. No, 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 no. Oh, nice clearance. Come on. Come on, ref, blow that whistle. We need our first win. Our first Premier... There it is. Crystal Palace 1, Truro City 2 from Selhurst Park. Our first Premier League win. We're going to talk the boys up. I want them to go out of this feeling good. We are now 8th in the table in the Premier League, 4 points on 3 matches, and that's where we need to be. Whew. An excellent, excellent day. So now we've got another. Oh, well, it's not. These months aren't quite as horrible at this level. Well, not that the games are any easier, they're just less of them in a given month. Okay, so we have the international break, and then we are home against Reading, away against fellow promotees, West Ham United. Capital One Cup third round against Swansea City, and then we will be back for the second. Do we want to do that? I feel like that's just. I feel like that's just not enough games. Why don't we do that? We're going to come back at the beginning of October against Derby County. Get a few more games in there, put a little space so that we're not watching like every game that I have to play. So there you go, guys. Our first Premier League win. If you do like what you're seeing, please throw a like on the video. If you have any comments, please do feel free to leave them to me. If you want to see this going through, I know we're getting close to the FM17 border here. I'm thinking that because we're getting a lot of traction and we're finally getting near where we wanted the series to kind of end, I'm thinking about playing it at the very least. I'll play, record, and release to a Premier League title. But let me know if you want me to go all the way to the Champions League and Champions League title if we still want to go after that goal and really finish this right. So do let me know in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter. And until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye now.